Yes.
The age
Absolutely.
and developmental stage,
Yes.
because every 3-year-old's a little different too.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Exactly.
first principle will be looking at age and developmental stage.
I'm going to preface this by some statistics that may not be entirely current, but the divorce rates of children whose parents have gone through divorce are significantly higher than the divorce rates for people whose parents didn't divorce. And part of that is, yes, those children may have lost confidence in the institution of marriage, trying hard. They may have lost an ability to really commit fully in a relationship. But there's another factor. Those children have had their attachment abilities affected in those early years if their parents divorce in those first 3 years of the child's life.
So before you continue too much down that track, a lot of the parents that I'm dealing with now do come afraid, and we don't want them to leave this conversation afraid.
Right.
But they do come afraid, and I try to reassure them that you can set up not just the scheduling, but also the narrative, the ideas in their mind, the ways they feel in a prudent way, so that you don't have nothing to fear about your child.
Yeah.
So then continue with the no fear
That's
from that
no
statistic.
fear. That's right. This is the no fear zone.
Yeah.
So when parents say, okay, we're going to do the best job we can, parenting our children, 2 separate houses. My family is in this house, my family's in this house.
Yeah.
There's a general guideline for parents as they think about what's the best way to do this. If a child is 1 year old or younger, then that child is going to need contact with each parent at least every 2 days. The child can go 1 day without contact, and they can still be healthy and develop well. If the parenting plan has 2 days or more between contact with either parent, the child's ability to attach to that parent is lessened.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we spoke about this before, and I want to clarify for our viewers too that one of the things I help people with is co-create solutions. We don't have to default, as you said before, to that means a child switches their whole home, a whole bag has to be packed, they can't see they just have to have contact within 24 to 48 hours ongoing with both parents.
Right.
That could be a play date after preschool and still go back to sleep in a steady place.
Yep,
What do you think
exactly.
of that?
We want to minimize transitions, especially with these young kids. Transitions are more disruptive. And the idea of the contact is not an overnight. And that's where the courts and family law attorneys frequently default. So, if it's a play date, if you can give the child her bath at night, if you can rock the child and read a story, 15, 20 minutes is enough for that attachment.
That regular presence,
yes.
but not necessarily duration, especially at that age, because they don't know anything about duration.
Right. So it's not a matter of a long commitment of time. So typically it's moms who are going to be the primary custodial parent at that age. But can dads come to mom's house to read the child a story, tuck the child in at night, feed the child, or go for a stroll, go to the park.
So I want to really highlight this, if you don't mind, the interruption, because a lot of people are coming to me with overnights, and they're sort of arguing about overnights. So I want to make this into a clippable clip.
Okay. Yes. All right.
Where overnights, you're saying from your experience, are highlighted by the court system, and it looks to you from a long-term experience like that's a bit of a just an oversight, maybe a mistake. It may be a casual mistake, not an intentional mistake, at young age in particular.
Correct.
Because